Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today you're going to find out what is New York City Housing Connect. And here it says New York City Housing Connect is New York City's official website for finding and applying for affordable apartments and homes in all 5 boroughs. Most apartments are awarded through a housing lottery rather than on a first-come, first-served basis. So what that means, they have to select you. You have to be selected. So it says how it works. Number 1, you have to create an account on New York City Housing Connect, okay? Number 2, complete your household profile with your household size, like how many people is going to be moving in and who's going to be on that application, your income, your employment, and your current address. Warning: when you are filling out for Housing Connect application, you're putting people on it, make sure whoever is going to be head of household is not the person who will say, I don't no longer want to move into this apartment. Because let's just say all of you guys get together and you fill out this application. All your information is in. And next thing you know, you get selected for one of these units, for one of these apartments in Housing Connect. And the head of household person says, oh, I don't think I'm interested. I don't think I want to move. Take me off the application. It doesn't work like that. Head of household must stay on, because in order for them to process your application and to put it through to HPD or HUD, however they do it, they cannot be removed. And if they be removed, if head of household is removed, all the other people that's on the application, they just going to close the case. They're going to close it out. It's just going to be a disqualification for that particular unit. Now, if you do that, it don't mean you can't apply somewhere else. But what's going to happen once that person don't want to go forward with giving the rest of the information, or they just decide, oh, I don't want to move, head of household, you're going to have to start all over. So be very careful who you choose as head of household. If you're comfortable with you being head of household, then do that. Because I went through that with my mother. She just, at the last minute, I don't want to move. I don't want to do it. And she didn't know it was going to hinder us and put us back. So if you don't want that to happen, be very careful who you choose that's going to be on your application, because everything must process. If it's 4 of you guys, you have to all go through. One person just can't be taken off, especially head of household. They cannot be removed. If they be removed, Housing Connect can no longer process your application, okay? So just follow along with everything that needs to be done, okay? Next here, number 3, it says browse open housing lotteries. So when you go onto the website, just make sure you browse it. Number 4 says apply only to apartments where you meet the income and household requirements. So if your household, let's just say it's 3 of you guys, and y'all all together make about $32,000, right, for the household, right? That's what the requirement is. So make sure you apply to units that fits your household requirements. Don't try to apply for something that's $50,000 and between the 3 of you guys you only have $32,000, okay? Because automatically they're going to deny you, okay? So don't do that. Number 5, if your application is randomly selected, you'll be asked to submit documents such as income verification, okay, identification, household information. So make sure you submit all the proper documents, okay? Don't withhold anything back, because if you do and they find out that you're lying, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get disqualified. Oh, I guess if you get disqualified, I can't say that you can't apply for another type of unit, another building, but I don't know. But do not lie. Just give your information, okay? Number 6, if you qualify after the document review, you may be offered an apartment. Now, notice they say you may be offered an apartment. Because it depends. Because sometimes people will lie. Because if you put, I'm only making $20,000 a year or something like that, right? And they find out that you're making $30,000 a year. Once they investigate you and all of the other applicants on the application, then they have a right to just deny you. They'll just say no. And you'll be wondering, why did I get denied? Because you're lying. So do not go on here and lie on these applications. If you're serious about getting a unit, which is just an apartment, then don't lie. Okay, so what kind of apartments are available? So Housing Connect includes studio apartments, 1-bedroom apartments, 2-bedroom apartments, 3-bedroom apartments. And it says some affordable home ownership opportunities, such as condos or co-op. So I would like to do a little more research to look into this a little bit more. And it also says who can apply. Anyone can apply if they meet the requirements for a particular lottery. Remember, the lottery is when you get selected. It's not first come, first served basis. They're not doing it like that. And it says each listing has its own rules based on your annual household income, the number of people who will be living in your household, and sometimes where you currently live or whether you qualify for a priority preference. For example, some lotteries have preferences for local residents, seniors, or people with disabilities. So these people may be able to be pushed up before you. Okay? So this is what they're saying. And it says, no, applying through Housing Connect is free. Okay? So no, this is free. You should never pay someone to apply or to improve your chances. So don't let someone tell you you can do something under the table. If you give me an extra $75, I'll bump your log number up so you could get seen faster or called in faster. Never do that. That's against their policies and you can get disqualified, okay? So let's just say if you are a NYCHA tenant like myself, I currently live in New York City Housing Authority. I am a NYCHA tenant. So it says, as a NYCHA resident, you can still apply for Housing Connect lotteries if you meet the eligibility requirements for a listing. Some developments include preferences for NYCHA residents or other specific groups depending on the program. Eligibility varies by lottery. Remember, the lottery is you have to get selected. It's not first come. It is not first come, first served basis. It's not like that. Okay, sorry about that. So it says if you are interested, okay, and how the lottery odds work, and what the log number means, okay, or how to improve your Housing Connect profile so you are ready when a suitable apartment becomes available. Now, if you can remember, it says, what are the 5 boroughs? And here are the 5 boroughs. Number 1 is Manhattan. Number 2 is Brooklyn. Number 3 is Queens. Number 4 is Bronx. And number 5 is Staten Island. And the reason why I'm showing this, and I know a lot of people know the 5 boroughs, but other people that might be watching this video might not know the 5 boroughs. Let's just say they don't live here in New York City and they don't know this. So I just wanted to be able to share that. So as we are looking ahead, there are some photos on the screen, as you can see. And here it shows Manhattan, right? And it says, the borough of Manhattan is famous for the Times Square, Central Park, Wall Street, Broadway, and the Empire State Building. The busiest borough with many offices, tourist attractions, and luxury apartments. So that's Manhattan. Brooklyn, the most populated borough, known for neighborhoods like Brooklyn Heights, Williamsburg, Park Slope, Fort Greene, and Coney Island. Queens, the largest borough by land area, home to JFK and LaGuardia airports, known for its cultural diversity in neighborhoods like Flushing, Astoria, Long Island City, and Jamaica. The Bronx, home of the New York Yankees, known for the Bronx Zoo, New York Botanical Garden, and its rich hip-hop history. Staten Island, the least populated borough, connected to Manhattan by the free Staten Island Ferry, known for its quieter suburban feel and parks. Here's a quick reference for the boroughs and what they're known for. So Manhattan is known for the skyscrapers, for Broadway and Times Square, right? I used to love to go to Times Square on 44th Street in Manhattan because I loved Toys R Us. It was one of my favorites. Brooklyn, it says, is the diverse neighborhoods with arts and culture. Queens has the airports and diversity and international cuisine. The Bronx, where the Yankees are from, right? The Bronx Zoo and the hip-hop history. And Staten Island with the ferry and the parks and the suburban neighborhoods, okay? So all of these 5 boroughs make up New York City, okay? Okay, so here we have it. Number 1, how the Housing Connect lottery really works. So now it says many people think it's first come, first served, and it isn't, okay? So it says when a lottery closes, everyone who applied before the deadline has an equal chance of being entered. It doesn't matter whether you apply on the first day or the last day. The system randomly assigns every application a log number. So you have time to apply for these Housing Connect apartments or units, okay? And once they get your application, you will receive a log number, okay? Number 2, what is a log number? So it says, think of your log number as your place in line, okay? So for example, log number 48 could have 5 stars. Log number 215 could have 4 stars. Log number 1500 could have 3 stars. Log number 18,000 could have 2 stars. And log number 52,000 could have 1 star. These are just examples, right? Because, of course, everybody's log number is going to be different, whether it's high or low. And it says genuinely, the lower the log number, the earlier your application is reviewed. Although preferences explained below can affect the order, okay? So, the lower the log number, the better the chances are. But I was told sometimes you can have a high log number and get called before a person with a lower log number. So I think it just depends on each development at Housing Connect. So it depends. So let's just keep it moving. So it says number 3, housing preferences matter. So even if someone has a lower log number than you, certain preference categories may be reviewed first. And let's take a look. So it says the examples include community board residents for some buildings, mobility or vision, hearing disability units. So it's saying these people could get called for you, right? The municipal employees on some lotteries or other preferences listed in that specific lottery. So each lottery explains which preferences apply, okay? And don't just take my word for what you see I'm reading. You can research all of this stuff yourself. And every time I make these videos, I will leave the link of the original website in the box below in this video, and you can go and search it to your heart's content, okay? Go discover, research, find out what you need to find out. So number 4, What happens if your log number is good? If your log number comes up, Housing Connect may ask you for documents such as your photo ID, your social security cards, your birth certificates, income verification, bank statements, benefit award letters, current lease, or proof of residence. If everything checks out, you may receive an apartment for offer, right? So it all has to check out. So please, whatever you do, don't lie, because when you lie, if they find out, they can disqualify you. And I don't know if that might hurt you if you went to another Housing Connect building. I don't know if this stuff follows out. You don't know who knows who's calling, who on the phone. You just don't know. So don't mess up your chances, okay? Number 5, how to improve your chances. You can't change the lottery, but you can improve your chances by apply to every apartment you qualify for. You do not apply for an apartment that you cannot afford. If you know your income is $42,000, don't apply for a unit that's asking for $65,000. That's an automatic no, right? So don't do that. So apply to every apartment you qualify for. The more eligible lotteries you enter, the more opportunities that you have. And that is so true. So keep your profile updated. So make sure you come to the web. Come every day. If you are interested in Housing Connect, come every day. And just notice, every building is different. It's not the same. Every management don't run everything the same way like another management may run for their apartments or for their buildings, okay? So each one is different. So keep your profile updated. So update it if your income changes. Put that extra money in there. Household size changes. So when it comes to the household, once again, the head of household, just make sure who's ever going to be head of household, they don't want to change their mind at the last minute. Because once all the information is in and you submit the application, it locks. Now it's locked. Okay? They can't go back and change it. Okay? So update if your income changes, household size changes, phone number changes, email changes, if your address changes. Make sure, because if they can't get a hold to you, then they can't get a hold to you. You'll be sitting around saying, how come I'm not receiving an email? I'm not getting no updates in the website. No one's contacting me, because you're not doing your part. Do your part, okay? Next, an outdated profile can cause delays or disqualification. So update it when it's necessary. If you starting to make more money, then you have to put that in there, because believe me, they will find out. They will find out. And if they find out later on, let's just say you got the apartment and you didn't bother to tell them your income increased, which a lot of people don't like to say, but if your income increases, you should let them know. Let them know that your income increased, okay? Because they could come and try to tell you that you can no longer stay in that development, okay, or that unit, okay? So they just don't do things that's going to hurt yourself, all right? So it says upload accurate information. So do not lie. Don't give them bogus stuff, because they're going to find out. What they're going to do is they're going to investigate. Why do you think they want all this information? So don't estimate your income. Use the correct amount from your pay stubs or benefit letters. Respond quickly. If Housing Connect requests documents, respond as soon as possible. So don't wait around, because if you're waiting around, they will move on to the next applicant, okay? So moving along. Number 6, income matters. Every building has income limits. For example, $25,000 to $45,000, $40,000 to $70,000, $65,000 to $120,000. Only apply if your household meets the listed requirements. And each building is different. Sometimes the listed requirements of the income is much higher than $120,000. I've seen it as high as almost $300,000. Okay? So just apply to what applies to you, okay? Whatever the requirements are, make sure that you are eligible for it, okay? Number 7, since you're a NYCHA resident, so that's me, right? I am a NYCHA resident. I can continue applying for Housing Connect lotteries that match your income and household size, okay? Because it's saying, because you shared that you are a NYCHA tenant, which is me talking to ChatGPT, here are a few things to keep in mind. Continue applying for Housing Connect lotteries that match your income and household size. Watch for lotteries that include preferences that may apply to your household, like your income, definitely. Keep your Housing Connect profile current, okay? Don't let it get too dated unless you're just not interested anymore. If you are also seeking a reasonable accommodation transfer through NYCHA, that is a separate process and does not prevent you from applying through Housing Connect. And guys, as you can see, is one more tip here. Don't get discouraged by rejection. I got rejected maybe about 3 or 4 times simply because I didn't fit the requirements. I didn't fit the criteria. I didn't make enough money to get the apartment. So it states here, many people apply to 50, 100, or even 200 plus lotteries before they get selected. I know that's a big number when you think about it, but if you're serious and you're really trying to get one of these units, then you got to keep applying. Come to the website every day. This is for people who are interested in this, not for those of you who are not, okay? There's a lot of people who is very interested in getting an apartment in Housing Connect. It's not for everyone, okay? So it says every application is another chance because each lottery is a new random drawing, okay? So it's stating to me here, but I'm sharing my information because this can help others, because it shows, since, that I've shown a long-term and interest in Housing Connect, it's letting you know, ChatGPT is also saying, I can also help you understand the AMI, which stands for area, median income, and how it affects which apartments you qualify for. So this applies to all of us, any of you, right? And I currently live in NYCHA. And also it says they can explain how to estimate your chances based on a lottery's number of apartments and applicants, or show how to identify the best Housing Connect listing that fit your household and income. So apply to those that you fit the requirement. If your income yearly is $50,000, don't apply to something that's $60,000 because automatically it's a no. So, listen, this is a journey not only for me, but for you. And I'm willing to share what I learned as I go along. So I don't mind sharing this with you. And once again, I thank you so much for watching. And I always leave a link to this website in the box below of this video, okay? So anyway, I will see you on another video. Bye for now.